Alright guys, so today we are going to attempt to tune this carburetor. Probably can't do a whole lot. I have a vacuum gauge on the way, but essentially there's a few screws we're going to try to adjust before we start the car and make sure they're exactly where they need to be for our good starting point. So we're going to take our air cleaner off. Okay, so on some of these, this is a Brawler 650 carb. Some of them, if they have the dual fuel plates, there's going to be 4 screws, but on mine there's only 2. So what we're going to do, we're going to turn these in until they're tight. Don't want to over tighten these by any means. Okay, right there it's seated all the way in, and then we're going to go 1 1/4 turns out. So there's half, there's 1, and there's 1/4. Okay, now we're going to come over here to the other side. And we got this one right here. We're going to seat it all the way in. Again, you never want to over tighten these by any means. Okay, so there is half. There's 1. And there's 1 1/4. Okay, so these are easier to adjust with the vacuum gauge, but at this point I am just trying to attempt to get a decent start on it. So when the vacuum gauge is going to be here Saturday, so again I'm just trying to get it to where it'll run and not flood the engine out. So next we need to adjust our floats, and I will kind of show you guys how to do that in 1 second. I grab the tools. Okay, and depending on how good your lighting is, you may not need a light. I need a light. It's kind of dark on the side of the garage. Okay, so you should have, pull my sleeves down for this, you should have 2 fuel levels, or 2 sights. On Holly carbs, they're little screws and you back them out until fuel starts to come out. But on this we have fuel levels that we can see. So we are going to attempt here to do this. You should have your car running out while you're adjusting, but to get an idea where they're at, you should have it running. But I already know where they're at because this is not my first time doing this on this car. Okay, so we got that loose. It's a little bit easier to turn. Okay, so there's max. So I'm happy with it right there. So we're going to lock this side down. Okay. There are tons of videos on this online. So I know this isn't. Actually, we're going to take a second, I think, and we're going to take off this head hinge. Okay. Let's get this stuff out of the way. Go. Thought I was ready for the hood to go back on, but not quite yet. We're almost there. It's almost too loose to use the ratchet on and too tight to use your fingers on. Alright, there you go. Okay, that's off and set to the side. Grab our light again, get this out of the way. think I want to raise this back one up just a hair. This is kind of tricky. Again, if you've recently run the engine, you're going to feel something out of these. But I haven't recently ran it. And again, this is after I run it for the first time. There will probably be fuel. Okay, I'm gonna call right there good, I guess. Again, we'll get it running and then we'll decide if I like it or not. All right. I don't want any of this stuff to rattle. Okay, we're gonna see if it fires up. I haven't attempted to start it in a few days because it's been out of gas. Not bad. Pump it too. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. All right, guys, so I didn't really record an intro, so I thought I'd definitely make sure I got an outro recorded for this video. But anyways, so we got some of the tuning done. I need the vacuum gauge to be here, which is going to be here on Saturday before I can finish it up. Other than that, hopefully we'll be able to get a street video this weekend of one of us driving it on the road. I also need to rebuild the brakes. I need to throw in new brake pads for the front and rebuild the brakes in the back. So hopefully that goes well, and hopefully you guys will be able to see all that this weekend. So stay tuned and stay safe and stay inside. I will catch you guys later.